So the first card is love. And you're starting off a new journey. It seems new love has come in for you. This person that you're dealing with has brought you a lot of happiness. You find them very loyal. They're, like a really good friend, as well as being this new love that they're bringing in for you. And you're very happy. This thing is something that's brand new and it's beginning for you. In the past, you've had to face a big challenge, and you've been dealing with people that have been very jealous of you, people pretending to be like they weren't, what they weren't. Pretend to be your friend and they weren't, and this has been very challenging, the situation. It's also made you very, very lonely and very, very miserable. But now a new love has come in, and you're taking that leap of faith into something new, and this person is very, very loyal. You've got the happiness card over here. You've got a lot of self-doubt, though. I think maybe you've had problems in the past with relationships, and now you're worried that this particular relationship is not going to work out. You've got the destruction card coming in, so some big change coming in as well for you. So maybe this whole thing will change the way you've been looking at love. It doesn't necessarily mean the destruction card as being a negative thing. It just means that everything that you thought was supposed to work out a certain way is going to work out differently. So a new change, a big change coming in with this with this new romance coming in, is going to change your life completely, bringing about a lot of differences. You're going to be doing things in a very, very different kind of way with this new love. It's not like something you've had in the past. It's something very, very different from any past relationships you may have had. So that's the energy of that week. Okay, so the main energy is the Five of Cups, which shows that you're very disappointed. So maybe you've had a loss. This is a loss, grieving, mourning a loss. Looking at things, maybe you feel like everything was destroyed. You've got this house in the background that is on fire. There's smoke coming out of it. If you look, this person's in the river and they're drowning, and maybe you feel very overwhelmed by that situation and very, very upset about it, and you're grieving the loss of what happened. There's blood on the floor over here, so it just looks like this is something that you invested in a lot of time and effort, and a lot of your emotions were invested in this particular relationship, and it has now come to an end, and you are grieving the loss of it. You still have something remaining from it, something that's living that you can concentrate on, and you need to refocus away from this grief. Stop looking at this past and start focusing on the thing that remains. Maybe you have children from a relationship that you have to put your attention into them, or something that remained from that relationship that you have to refocus and concentrate on that in order to get you through the situation. And you can see there's a lot of heartbreak over here. You will recover from it because these swords have fallen away from this heart, and you can see this heart has got bandages all over it. So you are getting over it. You are recovering. Maybe you are cutting your losses and moving forward, but getting over that situation. You can see the death card is over there. So definitely cutting your losses and moving away from it. Moving away from the things that happened. It was inevitable, it seems like, because the death card is the major arcana card, and it was bound to happen, something that had to come in order to, maybe the relationship wasn't as good as you think it was. And if you can see in the distance, this person is on this boat and moving away as well, crossing this river towards something better, towards a better, brighter sunset. So whatever you left behind, don't mourn it. It was inevitable. It might have been necessary for you because it was not good for you. The universe does bring in things that, even though they seem so destructive, they really are for spiritual growth. And you needed to get away from that situation. It might have been a bad relationship, and maybe you couldn't make that move, but it seems like it has been decided and been made for you. And there was a lot of heartbreak, a lot of grief, a lot of problems, a lot of tears. But it looks like, the swords have fallen away. Whatever has happened is now you're moving away from it, especially with the death card. You're cutting that out of your life, and you're recovering from it now. And the grieving card, the Five of Cups, shows that you're learning how to deal with your grief. It doesn't mean that you're stagnant in that grief situation. It means that you're thinking about it and you're learning how to cope with it. Even though you're feeling very lonely and isolated, you're still now learning how to cope with it. So in the past year, you've got the Page of Cups. So a lot of emotional growth has come from you. And you can see this fish has jumped out of this cup. So whatever you thought was a really good, emotionally sound situation, whatever happened, it seems like it left your cup. whatever that established emotional relationship was left your situation. So the love was gone out of that relationship, and you were just dealing with, like an empty cup here. So you were in a situation where you were not happy, and whatever that person, whoever it was, took their love and they moved on. So there was nothing left in that relationship. It was really over. And you are getting over it. You can see, this is also like a card of mourning, because she's taking a flower to this knight who looks like he's dead. So that relationship was dead. And maybe you were trying to, they use that saying, flogging a dead horse, trying to make, they also say trying to squeeze blood out of a stone. You're trying to get something out of something that was already, there was nothing there. And, you are still, in this last 3 months, you've been mourning the loss of this relationship, the loss of this person. It could have actually been an actual death in itself. Maybe somebody did die and leave you, and you need to let go of that person. The message here is to let go and heal, especially with this Four of Swords. See it for what it is. The relationship or whatever is no more. And you've got to move on from it. You've got to take your vision for the future and move on. So even though you're mourning the loss of this relationship, you're going to have to let go of it. You give it the grieving period that it needs, and you will start to heal. You are starting to heal now, but it is something that was very devastating. All these cards are pointing towards loss, and you can see that you're trying to move away from it. Maybe you do want to move home. Maybe you want to change job. You're trying to move away from that situation in itself, and you are manifesting that movement as well. So you're making plans on actually moving. You can see in the normal tarot, these sphinxes are usually sitting down, but in this tarot, the sphinxes are standing up and ready to walk off. So you are in the process of making the plans to walk away from that situation. So you've got the Judgment card over here, and you are transforming into something else. So that past situation, that emotional thing, you have buried it. You can see the skeletons are in the graves here, and you are rising above it. You are moving away. You're being called to make that decision. You're being called by the angels to make that decision, to move on, to resurrect yourself, to bring yourself out of that situation, to rise above that situation. You can see these babies are rising up above, or these people are rising to the clouds. So you are asked to look, take a different perspective and step back and look at that situation for what it is, and bury the past and move on to something new. It's a big change that has come in for you, because this is the Judgment card. It's the 20. So it's like a double 10, if you like. So really the end of the end of the end. So you are being asked, or being called now to move away from that situation. And even with the Death card, you're being called to move away, cut out that past, cut out that heartbreak, and move away and rise above it. Take the lessons that you learned, because you can't leave that behind. Memories will always remain, but you use those memories and see it in a more positive light. You've got to do a spin on the whole situation and take that grief and turn it into something positive, into a positive learning experience. And you've got the Sun card coming in over here. So new growth is coming in over here. And it is the time of enlightenment. It's the time that you have to do these things. So new energy and a new light, and something will come in for you that is going to cause growth. Maybe you need to, there's a message coming in over here. You see this person gripping at this flag. So something very important, information or message coming in for you. So keep an ear out for that, showing you how to overcome your hurdles, how to grow from this situation. So around you, people see you as the Queen of Wands. They see that you are, somebody who's relying a lot on their intuition, and you are bringing your mood up. And you are a very proactive person. And she's got the sunflower in her hand. So this is the Sun card. It's like you've picked the flower from this garden, and you're holding it close to your chest, and people see that you have got the light in you, that you are a person that has grown from it, and you shine, you radiate that kind of happiness, you radiate that growth, that spirituality, and people are seeing you as somebody that they have a lot of respect for them, for a person who's managing to overcome this. They see you as that person who's overcoming. And she's got these two lions here. So, you've got the strength within you. So you've got good, strong willpower, and you have got that ability to overcome the situation. The strength is coming in for you. Now you want to do something different. So you want to move away from the old and take your new ideas, and you want to go forward into the future. You can see this bird taking off. So you have plans on moving forward, and you want to let go of the past, turn your back on the past, because in this card you can see the back is turned completely on all the other cards, all the destruction that happened, all the problems that happened. This person has turned their back on it, and they're moving forward. Even the bird has turned its back on it and moving forward. So this is what you hope for. You want to move away from this situation. So going into the future, you've got the Empress card, you got the Seven of Coins, and you have got the Justice card. So the Empress card, it talks about creativity, and this woman is holding this thing. It looks looks more like a light bulb to me. So this idea that you have grown a lot from it. You have come out a winner, really, even though you don't feel like it now, even though you feel like everything is lost. You've actually grown a lot from it, and you're very abundant. You still have things that you need to care for, look after, because she's got all the swans over here and these baby swans over here. So she's still looking after things, and there's a lot of abundance. So you will end up in a place where you are in charge. Empress is the Queen of Queens. And you will overcome the situation, and you will have great insight, having come through this really difficult situation. But you still have things that you need to take care of. You still have responsibilities that you need to address. Even here, it's showing that you do have responsibilities, and you need to focus on those responsibilities in order to get over the situation. So here, this person is taking the coin and walking away from this bush. This is the Seven of Pentacles, which always talks about waiting, but now it's time to act. So whatever investments you made in that situation, you need to walk away, because this investment did not pay off. All the hard work did not pay off. Whatever you were investing in that relationship it was a loss. So you need to take whatever you have with you and walk away from it. You can see this person's walking away from things that didn't serve. So that investment was not something that paid off for you. You invested, and it seems like you were let down pretty badly. And you've got the Justice card coming in over here. There might be some legal situations. So it might have been a divorce that you went through, and you're sorting through the legalities. This might be appearing as, in a court case before a judge. Maybe you can see this person has got a lot of loss going on over here. So, you are going to, there's some sort of legal issue that you're going to be facing at the moment, and maybe appearing in a court case or appearing before a judge to make a ruling on what you get. So it's going to be a very balanced situation. In other words, justice will be served during this particular time. This could also be karmic justice, but justice is being served either way. But this could be appearing at, in court, trying to make a settlement. It looks like maybe you will get something from it if it is a settlement that you're getting, because you are walking away with finance as well. So things look like they will go in your favor. You will get whatever you need to get from that situation, from that court case. It will go in your favor. So having coming through a difficult situation, you need to cut that past out and move away from all the grief. And you need to heal from that situation as well. But you have to make that decision that the past is gone with this Judgment card, and it's a big change. It's a major arcana card, and you have to move away. So it's that you're facing some sort of legal situation where you will make appearance in court, or it could be just karmic justice being meted out in your favor, because it looks like you do leave with something. So you've got the Four of Air coming in, which says time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time for making a decision. Meditation can provide answers. So you've got the Four of Air, which is like the Four of Swords, as this is a similar kind of card. So you need to rest, take a vacation, de-stress, refocus. The second card is release. And this is the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, a time to move on. So you are going to be moving on with this release card, Archangel Azrael. And this whole situation is now come to a close, and you will have to heal from it, especially even with this Four of Air is a healing phase. And you got the page of air coming in, which says challenging information, delays or change of plans, truth delivered without tact. So some new information coming to light, some new truth coming to light. It's just cold hard facts that are coming to light. It might be something you don't want to hear, but it's still going to come to light and maybe change the way things are going. So you're going to have to change direction, maybe make new plans, decide a new path. So the judgment card also is choosing a different path from the one that you were on. So it's a major, major change that you have gone through right now, and a new decision having to be made, and you are receiving information, and that will change the way in which you were going. So, whatever plans or whatever things that you thought were going to happen in a certain way are going to be very different from what goes on. But it looks like, you will overcome the situation with the Empress card. And whatever the outcome of this court case is, you won't be left empty-handed. You will leave with something, but you have to decide that this was a case where your investments did not pay off, and you have to leave it and move on, walk away from it, even though a lot of effort and energy and time went into it. And it is a time for acting. You've got the Sun card, usually says, this is the time for action now, but you will overcome the situation.